Hello, this is Michael Williams. I decided to do a really quick video here for you, and the title of this video is It's Your Voice, Take It Back. It's your voice, take it back. And this is going to be a short video, but I wanted to just share with you for a few moments about how so many people out there have things that they want to say, that they need to say, that they're capable of saying, but they don't because of the limitation of their speech. They're highly qualified, they're very intelligent, and they keep quiet because they're afraid that they're going to get stuck, to stutter, to stammer, to block. And we've all struggled with that, and so stammering and stuttering, sometimes even fear of public speaking, can often change our personalities. It can make us less talkative, less outgoing than we really want to be, than we really are. So I want to encourage you to find your voice and to take it back. It's your voice, and you have a voice. And there are so many people out there who actually, due to their gender, due to their race, their nationality, have found that they don't have the voice that they want, that they'd like to have, that they could have. There are often people who, many of my clients, I would say most of my clients, are actually Indian, right? They are generally from India and they live in the US or the UK. They're from the Middle East, or they're Arabic. They're Arab speaking. They're from Africa. They are African American. They're Asian. Very, very few white Americans or white Europeans are my clients. I'm not sure why. I have some ideas, but very, very few. Very, very few. And sometimes some of the folks that I work with may feel that they don't have the voice that they'd like to have due to their gender or their race or their nationality, or because English is their second language and they have an accent. And then you overlay that with something like stuttering or stammering or fear of public speaking or a thick accent, and then they feel even more limited, right? And if you're watching this, you have a voice and you have some powerful things to share with people. In fact, as I've said before, there are literally, not figuratively, there are literally people out there, maybe millions of people, but let's just say there's hundreds of people, right? There's probably thousands, tens of thousands, maybe even millions. So let's just say there's literally hundreds of people out there who need to hear something that you have to say. People in your family, people in the place where you work, people in your school, people in your community, people in different parts of the state, different parts of the country, different parts of the world, who need to hear what you have to say. So you do have a voice, and it's very important. And the one thing you don't want limiting you, I mean, maybe there are things that are limiting you in one way or another. Some of these limitations are self-imposed. Some of these limitations are not self-imposed. They're real limitations, right? But the thing that you do have control over is you do have control over your ability to speak well. So why don't we just remove that limitation right now? You do have the power to do it. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be challenging. It's going to be challenging, but you can do it. And I've helped a lot of people do it. And there are some factors that generally prevent people from removing that limitation, and perhaps in some of the other videos. In fact, if you guys like this video, let me know and I'll continue this series. If you don't, then I won't. But there are some factors that prevent people from removing the limitation of their speech, right? They're very real factors. And so we probably want to talk about some of those factors and then what you can do to remove them. But my main message for today is that you have a voice, and I want you to take that voice back. I want you to find that voice and not sit back and go through school or go through your career not speaking up, not speaking out, not taking the jobs that you don't want, uh, not dreaming because you don't believe that you'll ever be able to achieve your dreams because of your speech, not having the social life that you can have because of your speech. I don't want you to do that because you don't have to. The time is going to pass anyway. Why not invest the time, and for some of you the money, into working on your speech so that 3 months from now, and I've seen dramatic changes in people in just 3 months. Why not work on your speech and make life very, very different in 3 months? Now, I'm not saying in 3 months you're done. You're going to have to work on this thing. It's like learning a new language. You learn a new language, you can learn it in 8 weeks. You can become pretty fluent in about 8 weeks or so. But you got to keep working on it probably for several months to really get that fluency going where it's second nature, right? This is the same thing. You're learning a new way of speaking. You're learning a new way of thinking. By thinking, I mean not anticipating, not thinking about what you're saying, and not feeling like, okay, I know I'm going to get stuck. All those kinds of things. We have to change that. It's a way of thinking. We've changed the way of you speak, right? For some of you, and this just takes time. We have to build new wiring. This new wiring has to become so strong that it literally overwrites or replaces the old wiring. The old wiring is always going to be there, but you can weaken it and you can strengthen the new wiring. We're literally talking about wiring in your brain. We're talking about the neural connections, building or strengthening neural connections in your brain that represent speech, that represent the way you think about speech, the way that you speak. We're talking about building new ones or rewiring your brain so that it's there. This takes time. Can't be done overnight. Can't be done in a couple of days. You can learn some things. You can feel excited and change your speech in a couple of days, in a few days, in a couple of weeks. But you got to do the work. You got to do the wiring work, and that takes consistency, and it takes time, and it's challenging, and it's not going to be easy. So that's why you have to have a purpose for why you want to change your speech, why you want to speak well. The Pro-90 speech system is about enhancement. It's not about treatment. What do I mean by that? I mean, most of you are probably too young to remember this. There was a story out, or a TV show called The Bionic Man, the $6 Million Man. Essentially what happened is this guy was in a bad accident, and they had to replace his legs, I think one of his arms, his seeing, and his hearing, right? And instead of just giving him regular limbs and regular abilities, they enhanced him with bionic abilities. So he ran faster, he was stronger, he was faster, he could see further, he could hear better. The Pro-90 speech system is just like that. It's enhancement. It's not treatment. It's not designed to treat your speech and bring you up to normal. It's designed to enhance your speech so that when you stand up to speak, or when you're on a phone conference, or when you're talking to someone, your speech is actually better than normal. And I've had people just a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago go in and win Toastmasters competitions and do well, and are doing well in work. And sure, there's still areas that they're struggling in and things that they're working on, but their life is a lot different now. It's a lot different now. And it can be for you. You just have to have that purpose. So think about your voice. Think about what you want to say, who you want to say it to. Think about your dreams. And then think about the fact that the limitation of your speech can be removed. And what it takes is, it takes you being persistent, being focused, having a systematic way that you do it, and working on it on a regular basis. So I want to invite you to take a look at our self-study, and you can get into that self-study by checking out that link there, pro90d.com, self-study premium. Some of you who have been following me for a while, you may know that what you want is you want to work with me personally, and you've already taken a look at our coaching, so you want to go ahead and click that link, say what you want to say, to arrange a breakthrough session with me, a one-on-one breakthrough session. And you want to make sure that you review all of the details. We have some incredible specials going on this month. If some of you are interested in a group coaching program, which reduces the cost, but you still get the same quality, you want to get in touch with me. Okay, if you're interested in that, just go visit my website, Pro90D, and let me know that you're interested. I'm going to give you the price of that so that's no sticker shock or anything. Group coaching, we're going to be meeting for 8 weeks, anywhere from 60 to 90 minutes per week. We'll be meeting on a Sunday, and it'll cost $9.97 per person. That's a third or a fourth of my normal coaching. I've got to have a certain number of people in that class to make it work. So if you're interested in, and the classes will be small, there'll be like 6 people, so I can give each person individual attention. So if you believe that I can help you remove that limitation of your speech and you're interested in the group coaching, go ahead, visit my website. You can click the chat bubble or the contact. Send me an email. If you're interested in just starting with the self-study, then go ahead and check out this link that you see here. Is pro90d.com/self-study premium. Okay? Look forward to speaking with you. I want you to just go over this message a little bit more. Think about the fact that you have a voice. I want you to take that voice back. I don't want you to be limited by stuttering or stammering, because you don't need to be. Okay? You don't need to be. So look forward to seeing you the next time.